Hi guys, welcome to our YouTube channel, the Relocating. Mamira self at least ni safi safi. Yeah, so let me just introduce this video before this train comes. So if you're a new subscriber, we are the Relocating. We educate people on how to relocate to Germany with skilled jobs and also just enlighten them what happens here in Germany. So if you're a new subscriber, welcome, and go through other videos as well. We've done so many videos of educating people. So if this is your first video, backtrack and you learn a lot from this channel. But let me introduce the video for today. So the video for today is the mistakes that people do when they do the application, especially when you go to visa, because you can get the offer, but what documentation do you need to get the visa? Because I remember my recruiter told me, don't you dare quit your job before you get the visa, because the visa application is another thing. You kind of have to get these documents right. You kind of have to make sure all your documentations are right, because I also have an update for the chef jobs. Nearly chocha of chef jobs. This lady is relocating, guys, but they didn't have the right documentation, and that is how this one guy didn't get the visa. So again, getting another appointment, getting another visa application, it will take long. And of course, ukishanyimwa visa the first time, it's tricky to get another, So I'm hoping that these two others who have gotten the job can, as they wait for the application, they can know what mistake the other person did for them not to do. Because there are huge mistakes people do and you don't realize what? After you've lost all that time, and then what? You're already given this person the job, he already has hopes that he's relocating to Germany, only to be denied the visa because of one simple mistake. So I'll guide you through, guys, how to make sure you also get the visa. Because you might get the job, oh, hi, Lisa, I got in the offer. Then all of a sudden, you don't get the visa. You want to relocate, and that job will not be there because now they look for someone else. If you're denied the visa, there's no any other way they can do, because you have to have the right papers. Because unfortunately, these jobs sometimes don't ask for papers. I was not asked for any papers until I started the visa processing. So if I didn't have the right papers, I wouldn't get the job. So ideally, guys, today I'm here to educate you about that, because it's so saddening that this chef job, this guy won't get, and he was qualified. Just one mistake he did. Wow. But we live and learn, and that's why we are here, and that's why I'm here to also give you an update of what happens in the visa processing and what documentation you actually need for this visa processing. So stay tuned. And thank you for subscribing, thank you for liking, thank you for sharing with your friends. Always tell a friend to tell a friend, because we're here to educate each other. So all the best as you continue applying, as you continue making sure that you get the right documentation to relocate to Germany. So welcome, guys. My train is here. Let's go, guys. Let's go. Let's go.
Fahre nach Zug auf Gleis 13, S9 nach Spandau.
So guys, I finished my meeting, came to the office to do these meetings. I usually come to the office on Wednesdays. So I'm in an enclosed office room. Excuse the echo, but anyway, the most important bit is you get the points. So the mistake that was done on this particular chef job. So you remember when I said there's this lady who wanted a chef, different chefs, and she'll be relocating chefs from Kenya to Germany, and it doesn't matter if they know the language or not, they'll be relocated. And I was so excited, and I was like, I'll update you guys when this goes through. So I have an update, but it's not so good of an update. So one guy got an appointment, which was in September, I think 2 weeks ago. He got an appointment and went for the interview. So he selected 3. So one is the one who got an appointment. These 2 are yet to get appointments. So I'm hoping we learn from this one person who went for the interview. So he was denied the visa. Imagine after getting a job offer, you are going to relocate, but then you're denied the visa. You cannot relocate without the visa. So what is the mistake that this guy did, or this lady did, or maybe they did not know, is one of the reason, or maybe the main reason he was denied the visa, which they usually give, is his or her certificate was not certified by ANABIN. ANABIN, I'll put a screenshot here. ANABIN is an application, even an application. It's a website where you kind of go and check if your certificate is certified, is recognized in Germany, sorry, and the course you're doing is recognized in Germany. The course might be recognized, the university might not be recognized, or the university might be recognized, the course is not recognized. So make sure these things, two things are recognized. When you enter it, when you search the institution is there. When you search the course is there. If neither of them is there, you cannot get the visa. Both of them have to be there. Your certificate has to be, the university that you studied that particular course has to be on the list of ANABIN, and the course that you did has to be in the list, and you print it out. It's free to check, it's free to print out. So those are some of the documents you need when you're going for the visa appointment. So this guy didn't have, his certificate was not on ANABIN, or maybe the university that he went was not recognized. So he was denied the visa. He passed the interview, yes, but German embassy can't give you the visa even if you have the offer. All the documentation that you have to be on ANABIN. So that is one mistake they did. And I'm hoping that these two people who are yet to get interviews, that are yet to go to get the appointment, should verify if the certificate that they have, or the university that they went, or the course that they did is on ANABIN. This website right here. Have to search it, have to make sure it's on. So I'm hoping moving forward we will learn from these mistakes. Yes, we want to relocate people, but all these things have to be in place when we want to relocate to Germany. My course was there, my university was there. I went to Technical University of Kenya, I did Bachelor of Technology Design, and it is all there. And that's the reason I was given the visa. If they were not there, I wouldn't be given the visa, even if Zalando had given me the offer. So guys, at least now we know. So we are still updating you so that we don't make this mistake moving forward with other people. So yeah. So moving on with the mistakes that we should know, or the things that we should know when we are looking for jobs that offer relocation. Make sure that before you even apply, or before you even get to engage more with this recruiter, make sure you read the requirements. Does the requirement say they offer relocation? If not, they will not relocate. Even if it's not written there, make sure you clarify this with the first interview session with the recruiter, because the recruiter is the first person to tell you about the opportunity. You ask them question if the opportunity is remote. You ask them how much the salary is, how do they offer relocation, do you come with family. So these are when you also ask the tough questions before you proceed way at the interview and you get the offer and realize they cannot pay for your relocation, or maybe they don't even give visa sponsorships, you know. So you've done all this, you've wasted 2 months, you've wasted 1 month, and then you cannot be relocated. So make sure you read the requirements. Even if the requirements doesn't have, make sure you clarify from the first interview with the recruiter. Because if they're not written there, make sure you clarify. If they're written, the better. Just make sure you also ask to clarify if for sure they relocate. Because you might want to be relocated and they thinking that you're already in Germany, or they think they're already in the US, or already in Canada, you know, or maybe you can facilitate for yourself. Because others say they sponsor relocation, but there are things that they don't sponsor. Because for me, of course, they sponsored everything, but I had to use my money, our money on our own, then they reimburse. Others, they say they cater for the flight and then they cater for accommodation. You see? So you have to know that for accommodation, it's on from your pocket. Or maybe they'll take care of accommodation and then you take care of the flights. So you have to know that this 1 month you'll have to pay for yourself, or maybe the flight you have to pay for yourself. So all these things you need to clarify all of them with the recruiter before you come, or before you relocate, so that you don't reach here and you start thinking, oh, the company said this, they didn't say this. Also, it will be written in the contract. Make sure you read the contract. The good thing is that this contract is usually written in German and in English. They usually write in 2 languages. One column is in German, the other column is in English. So whatever is written in German is translated in English. So apart from that, you'll also read all this contract, what it says, what they will pay, what they won't cater for, so that it's clear before you even sign. You might have accepted the offer, but maybe on the contract you're like, some of these things are not there. So before you put that signature and send it back, make sure all these things are clear on the contract. Make sure you know it's a remote job, you'll be working from home, they pay for the flight, they will pay for the visa, or maybe they will not pay for the flight, you pay it for yourself, or maybe if they pay, you pay for everything, you do everything, they reimburse you when you come. And here in Germany, if the contract is signed, there is no obligation. You will know that it's for sure it will happen. Because some people ask me, are you sure that job is legit? Are you sure? And you got it on LinkedIn? I was like, after I signed the contract, I was sure. Because when you sign the contract, you're 100% sure. And you also do more research, and the fact that you've talked to a recruiter, you've talked to the boss to be, you've talked to other colleagues during the interview process, you kind of know this is legit before you even sign the contract. So by the time you're signing the contract, you're already sure that this thing is legit. But make sure all these things are clear from the very beginning, so that you don't find all these things. You've gone way ahead, done all these things, and then you find out you cannot sustain yourself for the 1 month, or you have to raise this whole money, which it's a lot of money. So you also negotiate. When you're negotiating your salary, also negotiate for some of these things. Because if the role is so enticing to you and you don't want to leave it, you kind of negotiate. Because at the end of the day, negotiation helps a lot. So, and if the company can bend the rules, why not? So you kind of know how to negotiate as well. Okay. Talking of negotiation, there is this question I got: how do I negotiate the salary? You know, I don't want to give them low budget, or I don't want to give them high budget. How do I negotiate the salary? I remember, I don't think I feel in the part of the salary. I asked my recruiter. The recruiter who came to my LinkedIn and told me this opportunity, I asked them tough questions. First of all, do they relocate me? Does the land relocate me with my family? He was like, yes. How much do they pay? Told me they pay. I was like, okay, that's not bad. Okay, and if they relocate me, am I using my own money? Then she said, yes, you use your own money and then reimburse you. So that's when I was like, okay, now I can send you my CV to put me through the process. Like I'm saying, always ask these tough questions. You don't need to say how much, because sometimes you apply before you even talk to the recruiter. Because for me, the recruiter talked to me first, then I sent him my CV. But there's this instant you kind of apply and then talk to the recruiter. And this application, they tell you the amount of salary you choose, they tell you how much is your salary expectation. Make sure you research on the salary range when it comes to Germany. You kind of just Google how much a product designer is paid in Germany, how much a software engineer is paid in Germany or paid in Berlin, because Berlin, Munich, Cologne, different salary range. People in Cologne are paid more than Berlin, or Berlin are paid more in Cologne. Kind of make sure where you are located, you know how much they are paid. And also, don't give an exact figure. Give a range. You may say, I would like to be paid 30,000 euros per year to 40,000 euros per year. Don't just say 30,000. Give a range, so that even if they don't give you the 30, they'll give you the 35, or they'll give you the 40. At least, even if you're saying that you're eyeing 39, 40, you know. So don't give specific, just give a range of maybe 10,000, from maybe 30 to 40. So that if you're senior, they'll consider the high. If you're mid-level, entry-level, they'll consider the low one. But do your research. Don't give 30, and maybe that's what people are being paid 50. Don't give 40, maybe that's what people are being given 70. They'll be like, are you sure this is the pay you want? Are you sure you even serious what you need? So research on how much. There's Glassdoor. Glassdoor tells you how much people are paid different companies. From that, you give an average. You see, some are being paid 50k euros per year, others are being paid 70, others are being paid 100k. So make sure you do all your research and you're like, okay, I think 70, I think 80 is enough, or maybe I think 100 or 200 is enough, according to the research, and then you give your range according to that. So most importantly is do the research before you apply for this job, because maybe some of you are getting regret because you're like asking for 20,000 euros per year, and they're like, we don't even pay that, we pay 50, we pay 80. So why are you saying 20? Are you even serious? Do you know what this role entitles, you know? So do your research before you get those regrets. Maybe you're getting regrets because you're not doing your research according to how these things are being done out there and how much pay people are being paid. And then maybe they won't take you seriously. They're like, what is happening? Why is this person now? This person not serious. Let's move on to the next. So do your research. Research is very important. In everything that you do your research before you even apply. If you can't get any answers, ask the recruiter who is hiring. These days, LinkedIn say this is the hiring manager, this is the recruiting manager. Go to them, inbox them. Even if they don't reply, you've tried. And then do your research again. So research